The gift of gravity, on the frozen mining world of Voss, nothing ever changed. Every sunrise was pale blue. The wind howled across the ice fields. Miners in heavy suits carved deep tunnels beneath ancient glaciers, chasing rare metals and dreams that seemed farther away each year. Voss was a dead-end, a place for the desperate, the stubborn, and those who had nowhere else to go. For Lena, a young engineer, it was home. Her parents were miners, lost to an old cave-in. She'd grown up in the humming shadow of machinery, learning to fix anything with patience and grit. Now, she was responsible for the Outpost's most precious resource: gravity. Without gravity, nothing worked. People floated, food wouldn't cook, water spilled, and even sleep became impossible. Voss's ancient gravity generators were old, patched together from parts so many times, no one remembered what brand they were. Lena knew every wire, every bolt, and every trick to keep them running, but fuel was running low. The next resupply ship was overdue by months. Every night, Lena walked the metal halls, checking the generators. Each one groaned, lights flickering. She kept a notebook with every reading, always hoping, always dreading the moment when the numbers dropped too low. One icy evening, as a new storm rattled the roof, Lena heard an alarm she'd never heard before. A distress signal, faint and foreign, echoing from the edge of the sector. She rushed to the comms. The message was choppy, translated by the Outpost's tired AI. Research vessel, grav drive failing, crew stranded, assistance requested. Lena called the Outpost Council 5 old miners, each more grizzled than the last. They argued, "If we help, we lose what little gravity we have left. It's not our problem, they're not even human. We barely survive as it is." But Lena remembered her mother's words. On Voss, you share what you have. No one floats alone. Without waiting for a vote, Lena gathered her toolkit, bundled up in her father's old suit, and fired up her crawler. The storm was blinding snow and blue static everywhere. She drove by memory and luck, following the distress beacon across a broken ice bridge. The alien ship was strange and elegant, half buried in snow, glowing faintly. Its crew small, fragile scientists with luminous skin drifted helplessly inside, clutching at rails and each other. They greeted her with worry and wonder. "You human, why did you come?" Lena smiled. "Because you called. That's enough." Inside, the ship's gravity drive sparked and sputtered. Lena worked for hours, floating and spinning, patching the core with wire, tape, and a stabilizer ripped from her own suit. Her fingers ached. Sweat froze on her brow. The aliens offered tools and advice, but their tech was strange. She had to improvise every fix. Finally, with a shudder, the drive hummed to life. The aliens settled onto the deck, no longer floating. Tears welled in their eyes. "Thank you, Lena of Voss. You gave up your own safety for us." She shrugged. "Gravity is a gift. If you have enough, you share it." But the repairs came at a cost. The Outpost's gravity reservoir, ready low, was nearly gone. By the time Lena and the aliens returned, Voss was in chaos. Lights blinked out. Generators sputtered. People floated through halls, unable to eat, work, or even stand upright. Some panicked, lashing out in fear. Others held each other, waiting for the end. Lena gathered everyone in the central hub, floating above the deck, face determined. "I gave what I could to strangers because we know what it means to be alone. We can panic, or we can work together, like we always have." But the alien scientists, deeply grateful, revealed their secret. They hadn't come just to study Voss's core. It carried a new kind of gravity engine, designed to stabilize dying worlds. With Lena's help, they installed it at the heart of the Outpost. Took everyone, miners, cooks, children, and even the stubborn council, each one lending a hand or a word of encouragement. The new core glowed bright blue. Gravity swept through the station, strong, warm, and stable. For the first time in memory, Voss had enough for all. The Outpost came alive. People laughed and danced, delighted to feel their feet on solid ground. Children played games in the halls, kitchens filled with hot meals that stayed in their bowls. Word spread to other mining camps, to the scattered ships that orbited the icy world. Voss, once forgotten, became a beacon for travelers of every kind, human, alien, anyone lost or weary. Lena's story spread even farther. Other worlds sent messages. A Martian farmer sent her seeds. A Jovian engineer sent blueprints. New friendships grew, rooted in the simple lesson of Voss. Gravity is a gift. Share it, and no one floats alone. Years later, Lena became the Outpost's leader, known far and wide as the Gravity Giver. And every new arrival, human or alien, heard the same words as they set foot on Voss. Here, gravity is a gift. And so is every hand that helps another. And on the coldest nights, when the wind howled and old memories ached, Lena would smile and know. Some gifts are worth sharing, especially the ones that hold us together.